Hello, this is Carlos Machado. This year, I'm gonna bring to BGG a game called Someone Else's Shoe. It is a 2 to 4 player logic deduction game. It plays in about 15 minutes. The components are a deck of 54 cards and just a rule book in a box. I'm gonna turn over the camera here to show what it's like. So here's a deck of 54 cards. And basically, in the game, you're going to be given a type of shoe. So in this case, let's say I was given a heel. You're going to be given a color for that shoe. So let's say I was given yellow. These cards are can go two ways. So there's no just trying to guess what the other people have based on yours, because there's plenty of options in the deck for it to be completely random. And then I'm going to be given a detail, and let's say that what I was given is that my shoe has laces. So it's a yellow heel with laces. That is my favorite shoe. Everybody else around the table will also have a quote unquote favorite shoe, and they're trying to guess my shoe, and I'm trying to guess their favorite shoe. So that's where the logic deduction part comes in. The game is competitive, but it also has a variant for cooperative play. That's usually how I like to play it with my wife when it's just the two of us, where you're basically just trying to survive the game. But I'm going to show you the competitive version, and the co-op plays pretty similarly. It's just a few changes. You will see that the type of shoe is the one that has the fewest other things that it can be. So here's what I'm getting, and below it is what else it could be. So I'm getting a heel, but it could have been a sneaker or a boot. Okay, it could be all three of these things. So these cards also work as my sort of player aid to try to guess the other people's shoe. So I was given yellow as a color, but it could have also been blue, purple, orange, pink, or green. And I was given laces as a detail, but it could have been stinky, wet, stripes, bow, or a shoe that's on sale. And so in the game, let me see, sorry, let me grab some cards here. I'm going to start each round with a set of 9 cards, and these cards have shoes on them, all of which have characteristics like the ones that are on here. So each will have a color, a detail, and a type. So this is a blue sneaker with laces. And basically, during my turn, the action that I'm going to take is I'm going to ask the person whose shoe I'm trying to guess if they like a shoe. So I look through my cards and I say, okay, well, let's say I pick this one. In the first turn, I have no information, right? So I'm going to say, hey, do you like this shoe? And I'm going to show it to them. Now, if anything here matches their favorite shoe, it's blue if it has laces, or if it's a sneaker, they have to say yes. So let's pretend like this is their favorite shoe. So they would look on here and they're like, well, yeah, it does match because it has laces, okay? And so they say yes. So when they say yes, I put that card in front of me face up. If they had said no, it means that absolutely nothing matches. I would put that card upside down in front of me, and that helps me keep track of the things that I've asked, whether they're yeses or nos. And so let's say they said yes. I put it in front of me. I grab my cards and I pass it to them. So we're kind of drafting as we go. And so then I'm going to grab another card. So I look through my deck again, and I have all kinds of different shoes. But let's say I'm thinking, well, they said yes to that one, so it could be blue laces or sneakers. I'm gonna start guessing that it's a sneaker, because that's sort of like the smallest category. There's a 33% chance that it's a sneaker. There's a smaller chance that it's some of the other things. I don't know, but I'm just gonna guess that it's a sneaker. So I'm not gonna ask another sneaker for now, just in case, because no matter which sneaker I choose, they're gonna say yes, and it may not give me more information. So let's grab a boot here, and I'm gonna say, hey, do you like this shoe? And they're gonna say no, because they're gonna look here, because it doesn't have laces, it's not a heel, and it's not yellow. And I'm gonna say, great, that gives me a lot of information. So it is not a boot, it doesn't have stripes, and it's not purple. I can cancel that out from every shoe that I am gonna ask next. So I'm gonna put this up here like this, And I'm really starting to think, this really could be a sneaker. I need to make sure by maybe canceling out heels, but this is where I am right now. So I pass this to them. It comes back to me. Their hand comes back to me, and so let's say now, okay, I'm looking for a heel. So I'm gonna ask this heel. There's a couple heels I could ask, but let's say, you know, this one maybe I don't want to ask because it has stripes already. If this one I just feel like would give me more information because nothing matches. Okay, so if they don't like this, then I'm also canceling out stinky and orange at the same time, and I know that it's a sneaker. Okay, so I ask, hey, do you like this shoe? And they look at their thing and they're like, well, yeah, I do, and they like it because it's a heel. And I go, interesting. My assumptions were mistaken, right? Or maybe not. Maybe it is a sneaker that is stinky, but it could also be a heel that is blue or has shoelaces. And so now I'm starting to, having to readjust my strategy. I pass this to them. It comes back to me. Let's see, which one of these am I going to ask? Let me go back to heel. So let's say I go back to heel in this case because I know now. So now I'm trying to figure out if it is a heel also. I know that it doesn't have stripes. So they can't like this because it has stripes. They could like it because it's purple. It's very unlikely if they don't like this, then it's for sure a sneaker. So I'm going to put myself in a better position by asking that. So I ask, do you like this? And of course they say, yes, it's a heel. And I go, okay. So my options at this point, 4 cards in, are that it either is a heel and it has one of these characteristics here, okay? Or that if it's a sneaker, then it has to be pink. I'm going to put this here because it can't have stripes. And it has to be stinky. So I either know the shoe already or more than likely it is a heel. And it has one of these things, and I can use that information. I pass this to them. It comes back to me. Now I only have 5 cards to work with. So I think in this case, I'm going to ask this one. Hey, do you like this? Why am I asking? Because I know it's not purple. It's going to help me narrow things down. They're going to look over here. No laces, no heel, no, not yellow. And they're going to say no. Okay, well, when they say no, I'm going to say, okay, I know now that it's not a sneaker. So there's something in here that they like. It's either blue or has shoelaces. I know that for sure. It's not stinky. It doesn't have stripes, and it's not purple. So it's a heel that's blue with shoelaces. And so next, let's say this is what I get back. I give it to them. This is what I get back. I'm looking through these. Probably this one is a good one to ask next. So I can cancel out, is it blue or not? Because if it's not blue, I know that it has shoelaces, right? And so I'm doing this as my deck is dwindling down. When I guess the shoe, if I guess the shoe, whatever cards I still have left, I put them in front of me as my score. So this is my score for the whole game. I can only score cards in the first round. We're going to play 2 rounds. In the second round, the scores stay with people, and then we're only playing with the cards that are left. Everything that everybody asked, we're going to shuffle that and distribute them. And so the second round becomes really about survival because it's a much harder game. In this round, we had a lot of cards to choose from, and we were asking specifically, based on what answers we were getting. In the second round, we're going to have these cards basically only, plus, whatever else everybody else had left to ask. But here's what we can do in the second round. So the winner is the person in the second round who guesses the other person's shoe, but multiple people can guess it, or everybody cannot guess it. So there's a lot of opportunity for ties. The winner then becomes whoever has the highest score, and the score happens in the first round. And so what you can do as a special action, it's just a free action during the second round, is you can at any point discard a card from your hand to take up any card from your score pile. Now, the score pile that you scored in the first round now starts to give you some options, things that you can ask in the second round. But at the same time, every time you do that, you're losing score. You're dwindling down your score, which could be the reason that you lose the game ultimately. So that's the game. Again, it plays over 2 rounds. Plays in about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Like I said, there's a co-op variant. There's also back around. So there's a co-op variant. There's also a beginner variant, which is how I teach the game. The beginner variant is just playing the 1 round, and you're just surviving that round. And playing like the beginner co-op is a really good way to teach the game. And again, that's it. It plays 2 to 4 players. Called Someone Else's Shoe. Logic deduction game. It's a light game, something you can take on picnics, sit down, just like while we're waiting for lunch. Is how we play it a lot of times, and you can, small enough to kind of stick in your pocket. So anyway, thanks for listening. I hope to see you all at BGG Con, and thanks for the opportunity to submit a game for the Speed Pitch event. Take care. Bye-bye.